Draymond Green back at it again, Big Smitty. Swings at Jurkic or whoever it was.
Nurkic, yeah. Look at this, man.
Now, I don't know how that right there. Ron Gladnick is the name of the coach. So if you guys want to go out there and Google him. Ron Gladnick, St. Augustine High School. I'm sure you can find the interview he did with a buddy of mine, actually. I do know the guy that interviewed him in San Diego yesterday. I've actually been on their show. So go check that out. Now, Big Smitty, this Draymond Green shit to me is straight up bitch made. Like, I just don't know. How are you saying, is there a Draymond interview, Bailey? There's an interview that he did, and he basically is like, I don't apologize. And I'm like, is Draymond watching our show? But he's like, I don't apologize, but I'm going to apologize to him because all I was doing was, since I don't flop, all I do is this. And there's a video of him explaining it, apparently.
Listen, bro. Jay, come on, bro. Draymond, you smarter than that.
You're on the white person side today.
I'm on the white person side today because, like, Draymond, there's no, that's not a basketball move. That's not a flail. You flail, you go up. You do this. Like, he did a full fucking he did a full 360-degree spin and made contact. You knew what you was doing, bro. You probably got frustrated, feel like you had got fouled or he was being too physical on you. You want the ref to call it. He didn't call it. So you did a 360 and hit him in his face. It's like, bro, I understand how important you have been to the previous version of the Golden State Warriors. And if you think you still have that same importance to the team currently, you got to be smart and make smart decisions when it comes to what you're doing on the court, bro. Like, he gets ejected like it's just the thing to do. It's one thing to play physical, to be tough, to be protective of Steph and your teammates and your players, things like that. It's a whole nother thing, man, when you're just getting ejected and causing, like, you're literally causing issues with the team, meaning that they lost last night and maybe they would have won with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're one of the key factors for this team.
Let me ask you something.
And you're causing, like, losses. You did in the finals. He's doing it in the regular season. It's like, come on, man.
Let me ask you something. Playing devil's advocate here. I think he does shit that's feminine. I think he has a lot of feminine energy. A lot of people think he's alpha. I think he's feminine. I think he's beta, if that's what they say nowadays. But I want to play devil's advocate with you.
Okay.
Is it magnified because the league is such pussy? Is it magnified now that he's doing these crazy things because we're so pussy in a society and in the NBA? The NBA has become so soft with floppers, with flopping, with reviews of flagrant 1 and flagrant 2, when really it's just a common foul, Big Smitty. We're looking at a flagrant 1 foul for 12 fucking minutes on a review when all it was a fucking hard foul to stop you from shooting a layup. Back in the day, we used to push people in the back.
Right.
And I'm not denying D. Jones. I didn't say he didn't do what he did. I'm saying, is it magnified because of what we have become?
I think a little bit because he's the only one doing it. Like, back in the 80s, everybody was doing what he just did, and they were doing even worse.
That's why I think it's magnified, no?
Right. No, I agree with you. I do think it's magnified because he is, like, the only guy who consistently is doing this. Where in the 80s, every fucking game, it seemed like, you go YouTube right now, you can see all types of just hard fouls in the air, elbowing people in the back of their backs, fighting, things like that. But Jeremiah's the only guy really doing that at a consistent level right now. So it's magnified.
I'm confused on why nobody has beat that man's ass.
Because you know what, JB? I don't, and you mentioned that you think it's a feminine energy. And listen, I don't know the guy personally, but I do think as much as we can judge him, I do think Draymond is, like, he is serious. Like, I don't think he's like some phony, fake, tough guy who's soft and who's not going to fight. Like, I think he grew up in that environment in Saginaw. I saw a video too with Rasheed Wallace talking, who I respect a lot. And he was on a podcast and he was saying that he blames his team, that Detroit Pistons team, for what Draymond is, because I guess apparently Draymond had like a cousin or something was connected to that Pistons team, like that 04 Pistons team. So when Draymond was a kid, he would often be in the locker rooms and be at the games with that crew. So he would hear the same lingo. You know, you got Rasheed Wallace, you got Ben Wallace, you got, you know, Chauncey Billups. You know, that was like the new age bad boy Pistons of the 2000s.
Tayshaun, Compton's finest. Tayshaun Prince.
Come on now. And Draymond's a kid. He's around that. So he's staring at it and he's seeing it. And they're winning. And they're getting – so he's seeing it. It's like, okay. And
but
he's
that Detroit team wasn't even close to the bad boys.
I know. That's why I said the new age version of it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, rules change. I don't think the bad boys were just that much quote unquote tougher per se from my actual person to person, you know, player on the court. I just think with the rule changes from fucking 04 compared to 88, it's just certain shit that they did in 88 that you couldn't get away with, you know.
I think personally, I have a different take. I personally think he's creating his second career, which is a podcaster. And I truly believe that he's setting up the outlier effect. He wants to be the asshole menace, and that'll get him more clicks on his podcast when he knows he's due to retire here pretty soon. I don't think the guy can do much more because his skill set is limited. Let's be honest. He does what he does. He's the glue of the team, but he's also a liability. So I think he's using this shit to get his show clicks right because everybody's going to go watch Cameron and Mace because they do what they do. Everyone's going to watch Joe Rogan because he says what he says. Everybody's going to watch these guys. So I wouldn't be shocked if he's setting up his second career because he knows nobody's going to retaliate. The league is so pussy. He knows that ain't nobody going to retaliate. That's what I'm waiting for somebody just to like. I want to know why these fake tough guys like Dylan Brooks and all these motherfuckers. Why you ain't taking them out, homie? You so tough. Like,
because they not tough.
I know. That's my point.
Charles Oakley would have put hands on him. Best believe that.
A lot of people would have.
Sean Kemp would have put hands on him. Like,
a lot of people would have.